I'm following an old grimoire thing about the planets, what is good and what is bad, and it's up to each magician to learn to follow the light and get in the benefits of each planets. So I'm using old words here. Saturn, the good sides, the inner work, the great work that comes from within. The sublime contemplation, understanding solidity of judgment from speculation, stability and immovable resolution. The downsides are tediousness, anguish, melancholy, madness, sadness, obstinacy, rigidness, blasphemy, desperation, lying, apparitions, affrighteousness, walkings of the dead, stirring of demons, the old planet of necromancy. And Jupiter, the good things, unshaken prudence, temperance, piety, benignity, modesty, justice, faith and grace, religion, equity and regality, etc. The downsides are covetousness, tyranny, and evil occasions to get wealth. Mars, the plus sizes, constant courage, fortitude not to be terrified, truth, a fervent desire of animosity, the power and practice of acting, and inconvertible vehemency of the mind. The downsides are profane arrogance, furious wrath, violent boldness, fierce stubbornness, etc. And Venus, the good sides, fervent love, sweet hope, movement of desire, concupiscence, beauty, sweetness, and order. The downsides are deceits of concupiscence, lascivious loves and filthy lust, etc. The Sun, the good things are nobleness of mind and judgment, imagination, knowledge and opinion, maturity, counsel, zeal, light of justice, reason and judgment, right of wrong, light to dark, purging light from the darkness of ignorance, the glory of truth, clarity, queen of all virtues and mother. The downside are imperious pride and insatiable ambition, etc. Mercury, the good signs are piercing faith and belief, clear reasoning, vigor, interpreting and pronouncing, speech, acuteness of will, discourse of reason and swift motion of the senses. The downsides are cousnagis, how do you pronounce that? Deceits, lies, subtle desires of evil, propensity to sin. And then we go to the moon. Peacemaking, consonancy, fecundity, increasing and decreasing, moderate temperance and faith, when being conversant in manifest and occult things. Motion to the tilling of the earth, manner of life, giving growth to itself and others, and prophecy. The bad signs are inconstant progress of all things and whatsoever, in contrast to man's nature and lunacy. And as it goes for Neptune, Pluto and Uranus, the good things are there. That's why you start with the 7 planets. And they weren't discovered back then, but everything that is written on the downsides, that is what you work with yourself to not submit to. That is the inner strength that comes with practice. And when you strive to get to peace with all of the planets, they all have positive sides, and that is what the work is about. So you look at the bad sides within yourself and start to acting to changing them. Like Saturn might feel horrible until you have your first retrograde. And then when you are 40, it should be, if you have done your work, you are between 30 and 40, and it is one of your favorite planets. So if you work with it throughout your years, and if you do your work, it should be all the good signs from each planet that comes true. So Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, they also bring in the good things. But it's up to you to work with yourself. And so on. So when we see that people are affected by the planets, in some people's cases, like Putin, I could have written a book about his life, since every time there was a change in the heavens, he would change something accordingly. So that is a person who doesn't do any work. He don't change the things that he could make to be good. So that is his free will. But even Leo has its downside, but everything has a good side, and that's if you work with concentrating on doing all the good things you can, connecting to the sun and finding, and having opinion is quite important with the sun, knowledge and opinion. Since that also shows that you can trust yourself, you trust the will of God, you trust the angels, and you are mature enough to have an own opinion. And many times when people just work with the moon, and they concentrate on only witchcraft and don't work with the other planets, they lose all this wisdom they can gain from the other planets. So don't fear any planet. Go in there like a fool starting a journey and learn and connect to the angels. And with age, you learn more and more each year. And that's why I like to work with the Shem angels, with the degrees all around the world with the astrological signs, since I'm working with the angel throughout the year. So that is a constant movement of being aligned with the universe. Even if it's just 5 minutes a day, you're connected to the zodiac, the planets, and everything. And you get that inner knowing that you do everything you can to help others, help your family, loved ones, your neighbors, animals, whatever it is, to become the best you can be. And that is part of the great work. And it isn't just about a religion, it comes true in every religion when people want to get wiser and know and mature. You can't help others if you can't help yourself, so it is a lot of inner work. But don't fear any planets. There was once this black magician who wanted to get tutored by my friend who has Abramelin and is on the dark side, and he said the best person to teach you about how to work with Saturn was me. And then he met me, and that woman can't be magician, and she's kind. And even the black magician said that is when you know that Saturn works. So it is always that grey area that you have to face your fears, and you have to dare to look at what is bad within you so that you get the courage to change it. And then that courage comes from working with the planets and the angels. So just head on I have a problem with my temper. I have a problem with gossiping. And you act and you start to change it, and that's the true magic. Have a magical day. Bye for now.